The next article is law of conservation of angular momentum from isotropy of space. So, second article, law of conservation of angular momentum from isotropy of space. So, we will prove it in vector form only, vector form, that is in terms of R1 and R2. If we write in short form, so we will prove conservation of angular momentum means L is constant. We know that. What is L? L is angular momentum, capital L. And from isotropy of space, if the space is isotropic, it means the properties of space remain same in all directions. If we rotate the body or object in a circle, then the properties of the particle or body remain same because the space is isotropic. So, there is no effect of space on the properties of the particle on rotation. So, it is also called rotational invariance, that is isotropy. So, we will use same concept. The quantity is, physical quantity is energy, because I have already used this quantity energy in the previous article. So, again U R1 R2 energy of two particle system in S frame is U R1 R2, and it must be equal to U R1 dash and U R2 dash, because the space is isotropic. So, we will prove this from this equation. So, what will be the diagram? So, diagram is here, this is diagram. Let this is x, y and z, o, it is S frame, and the particle are lying at A and at B. This one is R1, this is R2, means the position of these two particles with respect to S frame are R1 and R2 are shown in the diagram. Now, the second frame S dash. So, we will consider the second frame S dash in rotation. So, let this frame is rotating. The second frame is y become y dash, this y dash. It is rotated by small angle d omega, and this x will rotated and reaches at x dash point, and this angle is d omega. Again this z axis become this z dash, angle is d omega, because in isotropy we will consider the second frame as a rotating frame, but in the previous article in homogeneity property, the second frame is moving in one direction, but in this case the second frame is rotating about O point. So, this one is S and this is S dash. S is this and S dash is tilted by a small angle d omega, that is d omega is a small angle. So, the change or the effect of this rotation d omega on A and B. So, we will observe the effect of this rotation on A and B. So, we will assume that, or we will see that the particle A is appeared at this point A dash. This is small change, and this one is d r1, and this B point is appeared at this position. This is d r2, this one, and this is the new position r1 dash, and this one is the new position r2 dash. Actually, the frame S dash is rotating with small angle, but we will show the effect of rotation on the particles. The particle A is lying near to the origin and B is farther to the origin. So, near the shift is small, that is dr1, and when the particle is lying far from the origin, then the shift is dr2, but the angles are same. The angle, this is, both angles are d omega and d omega, angles are same. So, you know that when the radius is small, angle is this d omega and this arc become this. So, this is like, it is like this dr1, it is lying near, and B point is lying far, and for the same angle this arc is changed, it is dr2. So, that is why I have used the shifting from A to A dash is dr1 and B to B dash, this B dash is dr2. So, this change is not constant, but the angle corresponding to this change, it is constant d omega. So, it is like this is the effect of rotation. Now, as we know the condition of isotropy, so using the condition of isotropy of space. So, what is isotropy? The physical quantity or any parameter remains same when we move in a circle or in the rotation. So, that is u of r1 r2 is equal to u of r1 dash r2 dash. So, this is again our first equation which we have already taken in the previous articles. So, this is the same equation. The energy of two particle system, it remains same, that is equal, equality means remains same, u is same, but the positions of the particles are different in different frames, but the quantity remains same. Why quantity remains same? Because the space is isotropic or space is uniform, similar at everywhere in all directions. Now, our next task is to convert, to change this R1 dash R2 dash in terms of R1 R2. So, we can change, or we may write this R1 dash R2 dash by using this triangle law. These are just like a triangles. So, in triangles it is O A dash, O A dash. This one is A and this one is A dash. So, what is this? I am drawing for convenient. This is A, this is A dash, and this one is dr1, and this angle is d omega, it is O, this is triangle. So, in according to this triangle, or by using the triangle of vector addition, OA plus AA dash, OA plus AA dash is equal to OA dash. Is it clear? Because two vectors are in same order and it is in opposite order. So, the resultant is always in opposite order. So, what is this? OA is R vector and OA dash is R dash vector. So, what is OA? It is R vector plus AA dash is dr1 and OA dash is R1 dash. Clear? It is R1, it is R2. I am solving AA dash, that is R1. So, what is R1 dash? So, R1 dash is R1 plus dr1. So, this one is second equation. So, we have solved the value of R1 dash in terms of R1. Similarly, in triangle OB B dash, O, B and B dash. Again, this is R2, this is dr2 and this one is R2 dash. So, R2 dash is R2 plus dr2. This is third equation. This article is very similar to the previous article, but the difference is only that here it is dr1, it is dr2, but in the previous article both are dr and rest of the article is same in the previous article. So, putting these values, equation number 2 and 3 means the values of R1 dash and R2 dash in this equation number 1. So, we will get the equation number 1 become u of R1 R2, left hand side remains same, and is equal to u of this R1 dash, it is R1 plus dR1, comma R2 dash, it is R2 plus dR2, this one. Is it clear? Now again we will apply Taylor's theorem on right hand side. So what is Taylor's theorem? We have already applied for 2 times the Taylor's theorems. So what is this Taylor's theorem? On right hand side, so left hand side remains same, u of R1 R2, it is same, and on right hand side it will become u of, so what is Taylor's theorem? U of first function R1 R2, okay, plus derivative of u with respect to R1, derivative u with respect to R1 into this second, that is dR1, okay, and third one derivative u with respect to R2 into dR2. So what is this? It will be cancelled out, it is 0, and this one may be written as del 1 u, because dR1 is del 1, the delta operator, and u is energy, into dR1, this one, plus del 2 into u into dR2, this one. So this is the net equation which we have obtained from these equations. So, or it may be written as like this, del 1 u into dR1 plus del 2 of u into dR2 is 0. That this equation is 4th number equation. Now we will convert this dR1 and dR2 in terms of angle. So what is angle? We know that theta is equal to arc upon radius. Theta means, so in here theta is d omega, this angle, this one, angle. Arc is dr1 over radius is r1. So it is clear. So dr1 become this r1 into d omega, r into d omega. Similarly, dr2 become r2 into d omega. So we will put the values of dr1 here and dr2 here in equation number 4. We will get finally del 1 u, this one, 1 u into what is this, r1 cross multiply with d omega plus second del 2 u into r2 with d omega is equal to 0. Now we may write this equation as d omega is common, or we may write this as r1 into d omega into del 1 u plus r2 into d omega into del 2 u. So I have rearranged this term. I have written in first number, it is in second number. I have written like this. So taking d omega common, cross multiply by d omega common is 0, and remaining term is r1 cross multiply with this del 1 u plus r2 cross multiply with del 2 u. Is it clear? So, we know that this del 1 u is minus f1. So, it is r1 cross minus f1 plus r2 cross minus f2 is equal to, this will become 0 on the right hand side. Now, taking minus common here, that is minus r1 cross f1 plus r2 cross f2 equal to 0. So, it is r1 cross f1, r2 cross f2. So, what is this? We know that it is formula for torque. It is torque, and minus sign may be omitted because on right hand side there is 0. So, this one is tau 1 plus this is tau 2. You know that r cross f is torque. So, tau 1 plus tau 2, and minus 1 will be omitted because minus 1 will go in the right hand side with 0, and it finally tau 1 plus tau 2 0. So, what is this? This is again Newton's third law of motion in rotation, that is rotational motion, due to third line rotational motion. But we will prove the angular momentum. So, as we know, the force is dp upon dt. Similarly, the torque is dl by dt. So, you have already read in the lower classes that torque is the rate of change of angular momentum with time. So, this tau 1 is written as dl1 upon dt plus this tau is dl2 upon dt. So, it is same as the previous article of linear momentum. So, again ddt is common and it is L1 plus L2 is 0. Again this term is, this implies this term L1 plus L2 is constant. What is this? It is the law of conservation of angular momentum. So, this is the second article. So, in the next lecture we will prove the third law of conservation of energy. Thank you very much.